The brutal truth, slow, dark music fades in. The world does not care about your intentions. It does not care how kind you are. It does not care how hard you tried. The world only reacts to power. You were taught to be good, polite, understanding, patient, and because of that, you were used, ignored, broken. Nobody warns you about this. Nobody tells you that kindness without strength is an invitation to be destroyed. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. He didn't speak in fantasies. He spoke in reality. And reality is simple. The world will break you unless you become ruthless, not cruel, not evil, but ruthless in self-preservation. Tonight, we are going to talk about truths people are afraid to say out loud. Truths that save lives, truths that harden the weak, truths that transform victims into forces. If you are sensitive, leave now. This is not motivation. This is preparation. Why the world breaks good people. Good people assume others think like them. They assume fairness exists. They assume effort is rewarded. They assume honesty protects them. It doesn't. The world is not built on morality. It is built on incentives. People don't ask, who deserves this? They ask, who allows this? The world tests you constantly. It pushes, it takes, it pressures. And every time you stay silent, every time you tolerate disrespect, every time you forgive without consequences, you teach the world how to treat you. Machiavelli wrote, men are ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, covetous. Not because he hated people, but because he studied them. Goodness without boundaries is not virtue. It is weakness disguised as morality. And weakness invites predators. The lie of being nice. You were taught that being nice makes you respected. It doesn't. It makes you predictable. Niceness says, I won't push back. I won't leave. I won't retaliate. That's not kindness. That's fear. Machiavelli never said, be evil. He said, do not rely on goodness alone. Because when power meets softness, softness breaks. Ask yourself, how many times were you loyal to someone who wasn't loyal to you? How many times did you sacrifice for people who vanished? How many times did being understanding cost you your dignity? Niceness is safe for society, but it is dangerous for the individual. The world doesn't reward saints. It rewards those who know when to stop being one. What Machiavelli really meant by ruthlessness. Ruthlessness is misunderstood. It does not mean hurting others for pleasure. It means choosing yourself without apology. Ruthlessness means saying no without guilt, walking away without explaining, enforcing consequences, letting people lose access to you. Machiavelli believed morality must serve survival. He wrote, a man who wishes to be good in all circumstances will come to ruin, because life does not reward moral consistency. It rewards adaptability. A ruthless person does not seek revenge. They seek control. Control over their time, their energy, their boundaries, their future. They do not beg to be valued. They become irreplaceable. How the world tests you. The world doesn't attack you all at once. It tests you softly. First, a small disrespect you ignore. Then, a boundary crossed. Then, a favor taken for granted. Then, a betrayal disguised as mistake. Each time you tolerate it, the taste escalates. Predators don't hunt the strongest. They hunt the least resistant. Machiavelli understood this dynamic. Power respects power. Weakness invites domination. If people sense you fear conflict, they will create conflict around you. If they sense you fear being alone, they will threaten abandonment. If they sense you fear being disliked, they will control you with approval. Ruthlessness is removing leverage. Why mercy must have limits? Mercy without memory is stupidity. Forgiveness without change is permission. Machiavelli warned rulers, if punishment is necessary, make it decisive. Why? Because half measures invite revenge. When you let people repeatedly cross you, you teach them that consequences are negotiable. A ruthless person forgives once, warns once, acts decisively the second time. not emotionally, strategically. You don't need anger, you need clarity. Ruthlessness is clarity without hesitation, becoming feared versus being respected. Machiavelli asked the forbidden question, is it better to be loved or feared? His answer shocked people. He said, it is safer to be feared than loved. Why? Love is conditional. Fear is reliable. But fear does not mean terror. It means people know crossing you has consequences. Respect comes from consistency, boundaries, strength, unpredictability when pushed. A ruthless person is calm, but not harmless. And that distinction changes everything. The price of ruthlessness. Ruthlessness has a cost. You will be misunderstood. You will be called cold. You will be labeled selfish, good. Those labels come from people who benefited from your weakness. When you stop over-explaining, people panic. When you stop chasing, people notice. When you stop needing approval, you become dangerous. Loneliness is often the entry fee for power. Machiavelli accepted this truth. Leadership is isolation. So is self-mastery. How to become ruthless without losing your soul. Here is the balance most people miss. You don't become ruthless with everyone. You become ruthless with those who test you. Rules. Be kind, but not soft. Be calm, but not passive. Be generous, but not exploitable. Be silent, but observant. Choose your battles, but when you fight, fight to end it. Ruthlessness is discipline, not emotion. The last truth, the world will not soften for you. It will not wait. It will not apologize. You either adapt or you break. Machiavelli didn't write for comfort. He wrote for survival, and survival requires strength. Not loud strength, not violent strength, but quiet, controlled, undeniable strength. Become someone who cannot be ignored, cannot be manipulated, cannot be broken, because the world will test you again. And next time, you will be ready.